Greetings, everybody. Father Mike Kuchar right here, and America Dragostonovic Magali Lopez. We were discussing the pronunciation of her last name here, which I will shorten to Diaz.
Diaz,
Which is her husband's last name. And so, America Diaz, we are so happy that you're here. Welcome to News from the Pews.
Thank you.
Everybody, it's everybody's dream come true to be on News from the Pews.
Yes.
And you, America, today I am happy to help make your dream come true. Oh my gosh, we just finished a parish council meeting.
Yes.
And it was very lively. America is on our parish council here at St. Joseph. We had a beautiful meeting, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Zoom in on this, would you, Gay? This here is a picture of my dog that one of the, he's now a sophomore in college, Austin Perry, who was in our youth group for 4 years when he was in high school here. He sent me this picture the other day, and he said this was 5 years ago, and that was on Saturday. And are you zoomed in there?
I did.
Look at that. See that?
Oh,
look at that little thing.
So little.
She was so little, and she is now 5 years old, and her nose has turned to pink and extra freckles and all those different things. You all know America Diaz because she's the taco girl.
I'm the taco girl.
At the festival.
And we're getting ready to have more tacos.
America, do a demonstration for what you do all weekend long at our festival.
Tacos!
Tacos!
We're all gonna have steak tacos, chicken tacos. Oh my god.
I will always remember one time, the first year that America was on the taco wagon, and Jimena, her daughter, was nearby her, and she's like pretending like she doesn't know her because America's walking around the whole parking lot, tacos, tacos, and her daughter's going, I don't
she
know.
actually told me, Mom, don't tell you my mom. Because all her high school friends were around.
It's hysterical. I will always remember her quinceañera.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about the quinceañera. What is the whole thing? What people ask that all the time.
Well, quinceañera is an old tradition. It's a tradition, most likely. When our teenagers turn 15, her childhood is back, and now she's turning into another, age, and we take them to the mass, to give thanks for her life and all those years that God let us having our beautiful girl and queen, or however, princess, however, and then they chose their dress, so that's when beautiful dress. That's when that day they switched the tennis shoes for high heels, and they take your little ponytail for a crown, and that the first dance should be with her dad.
I remember that party.
So it's just amazing. I know. It's
they have big limos sometimes. Not always, but sometimes you'll see limos bigger than you've ever seen.
It's just how depends the parents are, They want to rent a limo and they'll go around the
I've
town.
always wondered, what do the boys get when they turn 15?
They usually do the same if they want to, but normally they.
Yeah, I've never really seen that happen.
No, it's just more the girls that they do that.
I always say, at the Mass, 15 years ago, God gave a girl, and today God is giving a woman.
Yes.
To the church.
That's exactly, yes.
And because in the eyes of the church, she is now a young woman instead of a girl.
And she has to take the flowers for the Virgin Mary and, give her...
Because Mary is our example.
Yes.
Especially, for everybody, but especially for a young woman going into her adulthood. Who better to model yourself after than the Blessed Virgin Mary?
Yes.
And her faith and her beauty and her holiness and her closeness with Christ. It's just awesome.
Yes.
Now, News from the Pews is always about a timely thing, okay? And as we all know. And so, just be prepared, by the way. You're going to be,
talk too much.
you will be signing autographs for months to come. because everybody will be seeing you today and they'll be very happy. Now, what is the news piece? Why is America here? Is because the Hispanic community, as we all know, is very vibrant here at St. Joseph. It's such a gift. When I became a priest, I asked the Archbishop, I said, please never put me at a place that doesn't have a school or a Hispanic community. Because I get so much life myself as a priest from the Hispanic community, from our school and all these things. And the Hispanic community has been very active recently. Lots of retreats. America was on a retreat last weekend. Tell us about the retreat. First of all, why is it so important for people to go on retreat?
Okay, well, it took me a little bit to say yes to a retreat. I was in a retreat when I was younger over in Mexico when I was 15, 16 years old. I always went to a retreat, but then I took those so long to say yes to this one right here. The most important thing to go to a retreat is because you get closer contact with Jesus. You don't have your cell phone with you because they'll take it away. All what you hear since the beginning, you start the Saturday 8 o'clock. It's all about mercy. It's all about Jesus. It's all about how you can be a better person. First of all, to make your family better. To convert your kids and especially your husband.
And might I say, just the fact that you spend a weekend with God is in itself an amazing witness to your children and to your husband, but to the people you work with and everything. Like, I'm spending a week with God. He's worth that much that I will spend a whole weekend with him.
Yes, I mean, and then I'm sorry if I cry, but you always think, oh, I'm going to a retreat, that's going to be boring, I'm going to be sleeping. No, you can't sleep there, because the most you hear about it, the most testimonies, the people gave, the ladies that were there, they were talking about their life and how they convert their life into Jesus' life, you just take a breath and stay like this. Oh my God, it's just amazing.
And a piece of it is the witnessing. It's listening to other women witness, but then you witness too, and
yes, that's true. And the women that were talking there all day Saturday, most of the day Sunday, about how they struggled before, but now that they convert their life with Jesus and they're new persons. I mean, you get out of there more stronger, your faith more stronger, and you go to your house, and then you just say, thanks, Jesus. Thanks, because I haven't been through all that hard life, and I'm here for you. It's amazing.
A retreat can really change a life.
Yes.
God can really, when you give God such an open heart, like He will go in there, won't He?
Yes. I mean, like I said, since the beginning you start.
I would say, and I just have to share just a brief story about, my own little journey to the priesthood. A very influential moment happened when I was on a retreat. I was on a retreat at St. Meinrad, and I was a little punk high school kid. I wasn't a punk, but I was just like, this is boring, but God will enter in. That was the first time I ever had adoration. So I went to confession. I did all these different things, and like God went into my hardened heart and said, I want to be with you. And He filled me up like a cup,
When they show you that Saturday night, it was, you don't even know what time it is. You're in there, you forget about outside.
Yeah.
You don't have watches on you, you don't have cell phone on you don't have, but your Bible, and listening to the people talking about how they, Jesus changed their life, and you just
It's something else. It is something else. And we had the week before yours was the men's retreat.
Yeah.
And then we had the women's, and then the marriage retreat is coming up.
The marriage, it will be March 11 and 12.
Are you going to go to that one?
I'm trying to convince my husband.
I love it.
I'm trying to convince my husband.
Oh, I think once he watches this episode of News from the Pews, and all of the thousands of people that watch will be pushing him that way. No doubt.
Yes.
No duda.
No duda.
No duda.
doubt.
No duda.
So yeah.
And then there's also, we've been talking a little bit about doing a retreat with the liturgical ministers, and we've done those before, and then a youth one, which I think would be just so awesome. And that would be, one thing I just would love as the priest is to see some of the fervor for retreats kind of be caught by the English-speaking community.
Yes.
And that is my prayer, because I know what a retreat can do. And I also know that there's 1,000 excuses people have for not doing them.
I was one of those.
And we were talking at Parish Council about, like, wouldn't that be cool if these retreats could be places where both communities can come together and build relationships.
Yes.
With each other. And
that's my dream.
Oh,
That's
what a dream.
My dream is to be just one in Jesus Christ. Just one.
That is so good. I can't think of a better note to end on than that. That should be all of our dreams here at St. Joseph. And
it don't matter what you are, what language you speak. We want to be one in Jesus Christ one day.
yes.
Because we'll die, no matter what color you are. We'll see, no matter what color you are. We'll know about mercy. We'll know about what Jesus wants. He said, when you have mercy with somebody else, you have it with me. So, yeah, that's my dream. My dream is that everybody will get that out of their mind and say, I'm better than you, or you're not better than me. We'll just want.
It's like the talk that Pope Francis gave where he said, what I pray for is a radical tenderness of heart. Because when the heart is tender, it loves so much more beautifully. And it loves God so much more beautifully, and each other, and it opens ourselves up to be loved better too. So I mean, this revolution of tenderness is real stuff, and I think it's happening here, and I look forward to it keep happening. Just the last word just popped into my head. You'll appreciate this, America. On my quote of the day calendar, it said, this is so funny that you're my guest today. It said, it's okay to fall apart sometimes. Tacos fall apart and we all like them.
Yeah. We'll pick them up from the plate and start eating it.
Oh my gosh. And we will be doing that at the festival coming up.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Jill, are you guys ready?
Oh, I think we're all ready. We're all ready. That, by the way, is going to be in May. And America, you play your cards right, you might be back for a second episode of News from the Pews. Oh, I know. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. God bless you all. We'll see you in the pews.